Welcome to the Pony Piston channel. You know, every once in a while, a car comes along that feels less like transportation and more like something straight out of a movie. And that's exactly what the 2026 Rezvani Vengeance is shaping up to be. If you've followed Rezvani before, you already know they don't build your everyday SUV. They build rolling statements, machines that look like they belong in a futuristic action film. And with the new Vengeance, they've taken that reputation and cranked it up another level. First off, the design. If you thought the last Vengeance looked wild, just wait until you see this one. Rezvani has kept that military-inspired armored presence that makes people stop and stare, but they've refined it in a way that feels sleeker and more polished. The 2026 model has sharper lines, a wider stance, and lighting details that feel almost sci-fi. It's still unapologetically aggressive, but it's clear they've worked on making it look modern without losing its beastly identity. It's the kind of car that doesn't just pull up to the curb, it owns it. Now here's the really exciting part. Rezvani has introduced a hybrid setup for the new Vengeance. That's right. The company famous for raw, gas-guzzling muscle is moving into electrification. This hybrid powertrain isn't about turning the Vengeance into some eco-friendly commuter. It's about giving you instant torque and even more versatility. Imagine all that brute strength now paired with electric assistance that makes acceleration feel smoother and off-road climbing even more capable. You'll still get that rumble Rezvani fans love, but with the added benefit of better efficiency and, honestly, more fun behind the wheel. And speaking of fun, Rezvani hasn't forgotten the people who actually take their SUVs off the pavement. The 2026 Vengeance is loaded with off-road features that put it right at the top of the adventure game. We're talking upgraded suspension systems, larger all-terrain tires, and clever drive modes that help you tackle everything from rocky trails to muddy back roads. Rezvani has always built cars that look like they could survive the apocalypse, but this one feels like it's actually ready for anything you throw at it. Step inside, though, and the mood completely changes. Past Vengeance models were already pretty over the top inside, but the 2026 interior looks more luxurious and more high-tech than ever. Rezvani has added premium leather everywhere, massive digital displays, and new driver assist features that make the ride both safer and more comfortable. The cabin feels futuristic, but not in a cold, tech-heavy way. It still has that warm, luxury vibe. It's like you're piloting a spaceship, but a really cozy spaceship. And yes, there are still all those Rezvani signature extras you can customize, from crazy sound systems to even security packages if you want to feel like you're driving in your own armored fortress. Of course, a machine like this doesn't come cheap. The pricing hasn't been fully locked in yet, but Rezvani hinted that the starting cost will be higher than the last Vengeance, which was already around $285,000. So, we're likely looking at a price tag in the $300K plus range depending on options. That's a serious chunk of money, but then again, Rezvani isn't competing with your regular family SUV. They're selling exclusivity, presence, and a feeling you can't really get anywhere else. This isn't just about buying a car, it's about buying into a statement of power and individuality. And that brings us to the comparison with past models. The older Vengeance was already wild enough to stand out, but the 2026 feels like Rezvani finally found the balance between extreme and refined. It's still bold, still aggressive, still larger than life, but now it feels more usable day to day. That hybrid engine makes it more future-proof. The updated interior makes it more livable, and the off-road features make it more versatile. It's like Rezvani took all the feedback, dialed up the good parts, and gave us something that's not just intimidating to look at, but genuinely exciting to drive. So, is the 2026 Rezvani Vengeance for everyone? Of course not. Most people won't even see one of these on the road, let alone own one. But for those who want something rare, bold, and flat-out unforgettable, this SUV is going to be one of the most talked-about releases of 2026. It's not trying to compete with your everyday luxury brands. It's carving out its own category, one where outrageous design meets real performance and futuristic technology. And honestly, even if you never plan on owning one, it's hard not to appreciate what Rezvani is doing. They're pushing boundaries, keeping cars exciting, and reminding us that sometimes driving can still feel like an adventure. So, what do you think of the 2026 Rezvani Vengeance? Do you love the direction they're taking with the hybrid engine, or do you miss the old-school, all-gas madness of past models? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one of those cars that sparks debate every time it's mentioned. And hey, if you enjoyed hanging out and talking cars, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because we've got plenty more exciting rides to cover.